What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. We are in video 2 of 3 today. So even if you're not notified, make sure you're checking the main channel page, as we are just about 100 subscribers shy of cracking that 200,000 subscriber mark, something I want to say thank you so much for. And as a way to celebrate, before getting into today's topic, we have 2 brand new t-shirts. T-shirts, in a world of demonetization, are a wonderful way to support your favorite content creator. In this case, allow me to shill from my own. I've got 2 new designs to celebrate 200,000 subscribers. We have Gray Pride. Wear this with pride in general. And we also have the quartering version of the NPC Che. 2 wonderful shirts, both available at Crypto Fashion. I will leave a link in the description below. Now, Red Dead Redemption Dos is out, and I am very excited to play this. I'm saving the entire game for my twitch.tv/quartering streams, which will start Tuesday, and the reviews are pouring in, and yes, the game is amazing, of course. I've stayed away from any real gameplay reviews or any type of footage like that because, look, one, who cares what video game journalists review video games as anyway? They're mostly irrelevant, and I don't want to spoil anything. I want all my reactions to be pure while I stream it. Now, bad news though, you should be guilty. You should be feeling guilty when you are gaining any level of enjoyment from playing Red Dead Redemption 2, says Wired.com. Yes, that's true. And for a game that literally has a mission where you are helping feminists, I'm not kidding. Take a look at this.
He can drive the wagon.
Well, Olive Calhoun. Normally I like to drive myself, but today I feel like a man joining us sends the right message.
Well, I ain't never been in a protest march before, madam.
Well, just treat us like the sheep, and the folks attacking us like the wolves, and I'm sure you feel right at home. Shall we go? All right, ladies. We know our song is a good one, and we know our cause is a pure one.
Yes, ma'am.
Let liberty reign!
The NPCs are still triggered, knowingly, willingly lying and omitting facts to push I don't know what agenda. We saw this article come out on Wired on Friday, and I didn't get a chance to cover it because, well, it was Friday and I was relaxing. We have Julie Muncie. Of my first 21 odd hours with Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the moments I remember most is sitting, just sitting, after riding my horse to some unmarked destination in the wilderness. I, as my character, grizzled cowboy Arthur Morgan, found myself on a high ridge with pointed overlook stretching over the valley beneath. The clouds were thick and ridged, detailed and lush. The sky looked like rain might be coming. It was stunning, so evocative of real life in a rural place in the south and west that I couldn't for a moment think of anything else. So I sat. Yes, this is, by the way, a first impressions article, not a review, because everyone's going to run these reviews out into. You already seen this with Call of Duty, these video games journalism websites having to break the reviews up into 3 different reviews to try and stretch those views. Maybe I should have a part 2 of this video. Anyway, we talk a little bit about the game, but not much. Red Dead Redemption 2 should make you feel ashamed. That's right. Playing Red Dead Redemption 2 has another creeping dread. One that has nothing to do with thematics of the story. A recent Kotaku expose have revealed stark information about Rockstar's working conditions during the creation of the game, and likely many of their others. Long, brutal work weeks, limited time off, and abiding pressure to participate in a culture of overwork that the people in the game call crunch. There's no need to mince words about this. Red Dead Redemption 2 was built on the suffering and exhaustion of many of the people who created it. Many in the video game community are rightly calling this labor abuse. and suggest, not unfairly, that perhaps any game made this way doesn't deserve any attention at all. Yet here you are writing this article. The easy thing to do for a writer in this situation would be to attempt to draw some connection between the condition of the game and its narrative, to point out that thematic parallels between cowboys running on fumes and workers running on the same, between the capitalists and the cops that are so far occupying the roles of the game's villains and the managers and bosses who impose harsh labor conditions. Those parallels might even exist. But the gesture also bellies the messiness of the situation, the ugly truth that the abusive conditions can create terrible art. They can also create brilliant, humanistic art. They can also create great art that doesn't require suffering, but it sometimes gets in there anyway. There's no clear line here, one way or another, between pain and creativity. It's harder than that. It's hard to say for sure. Here's what I know. After playing some, not all, of Red Dead Redemption 2, it might be a brilliant video game. And I also know it might not be worth playing due to how it was made. But I'm going to keep playing it anyway because I've got to write more clickbait articles for Wired.com, the totally successful website. There's only one problem. There is only one problem with your article, ma'am. It's been debunked. It was debunked weeks ago when senior executive came out and said, Hauser explained that during the duration, these long hours consisted of 3 weeks, not years. He further explained that his team of writers who had worked together for 12 years felt they needed to get everything finalized. More importantly, we obviously don't expect anyone else to work this way. Across the whole company, we have some senior people who work very hard purely because they're passionate about a project or their particular work, and we believe that passion shows in the game's release. According to Hauser, this kind of additional effort is a choice, and employees are not asked to partake in it. Lots of other senior people work in an entirely different way and are just as productive. I'm just not one of them, he stated. No one, senior or junior, is ever forced to work this hard. I believe that we go to great lengths to run a business that cares about its people and to make the company a great place to work. Some of the employees also took to social media and shared their own experience. I haven't worked 100-hour work week in my life. I'm thanked for any overtime I'm asked to do, and it feels like those circumstances is truly an unfortunate situation. Zoe Sams, a tools program for 3 years. This article was written weeks ago. Well, just about 2 weeks ago. The article on Wired came out Friday, the day of the release of Red Dead Redemption, knowing full well that this story was a lie. Wired knowingly lied or did literally no searching to follow up on that story. You know, obviously I'm a super serial games journalist, and I had to do a brief Google search or basically know literally anything about the space that I'm reporting on, because everybody who covers video games already knew that this story was baloney. And also, let me be clear. If you are working 100-hour work weeks and you're salaried, that sucks for you. Sometimes that's part of life. If it's every week, you should find another job. Nobody at Rockstar is being forced to do this. They need to do this. This is a part of being an adult. Maybe it's my boomer mentality, but sometimes you've got to stay late to get the job done. In my experience, companies that had deadlines like that, you usually, during the off season, got extra time off. For example, let's say you're a tax firm. Those companies work basically nonstop from January until April, but don't have a lot to do in July and August. This is how the world works. I know it's difficult being a millennial sitting on your parents' couch waiting for them to make you lunch while you write this article, but this is how real people work. Men and women that have passion for their job, that have a sense of pride in their workmanship, workwomanship. We put the extra effort in at times. And no, I don't work that hard. I sit and I make YouTube videos. But at least I take the moment to try and be accurate. But hey, I've got to get back to helping those feminists spread the good word in the old Wild West. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.